on. I think so. Oh, for once, I kind of almost don't look like a train wreck. This is exciting. This is so exciting. Hello, everybody, YouTube. This is Jessica Bug, and we're going to be talking a little bit about some money and some goings-ons and some stocks and kind of some things you need to know for Wednesday, December, I think it's the 8th. It might be the 9th. I think it's the 9th. Yeah, it's the 9th now. Sorry, I've been up trying to finish a copywriting project for a client, and I didn't get finished till 3 in the morning, and then I had to get up so I could piece this together for you guys before the stock market opening bell at 9:30 a.m. So, what we're talking about today, DoorDash, the food delivery behemoth that overtook Uber Eats to control 50% of the delivery market in the United States, possibly the world, definitely the United States, is going public. It's trading under the stock ticker, wait for it, Dash, D-A-S-H, Dash, which is super cool. Okay, so their initial public offering is on Thursday. Their starting price is going to be around $102 a share. That's a tremendous opening price, and there are some experts that are estimating that at its height, it could be in that 150 to 200 range, which is just unheard of for the restaurant and food industry, unless you're like a ConAgra and you're actually manufacturing the food. I don't know if we've ever seen a company do this, but I actually consider DoorDash to be like a restaurant technology hybrid stock. I know that's not really a term, but it's a term for me, so fuck it. That's what it's going to be. Okay. Now, here is my only concerns. By only, I mean all of them. Okay, so on the good side, we have, they make 30% off every order from the restaurants. They have 5 million subscribers. They have 390,000 restaurants on the platform. That number grows every day. My big concern is DoorDash has not turned a profit except for quarter 2 2020, when everybody was trapped at their house and weren't allowed to go anywhere. Now, when nobody was allowed to go anywhere, we had market distortion and interruption because the government placed barriers on trade and commerce to control COVID, which is fine. But the positive profit that DoorDash saw in Q2 did not happen in Q3, and it will not happen in Q4 either. So they did not turn a profit in quarter 3. They did not. The only time they have turned a profit is when everybody was locked in their house. So unless people plan to be locked in their house for the next, I don't know, lot of years, I don't see DoorDash turning a true profit at all. I could be wrong. Am I buying it? No. I'm not buying it for several reasons. Because I feel like I need to be honest with you guys. Now, when I do a YouTube video, I also have write-ups about everything I say to you, because, for you guys are millennials and even Gen Z, and I think I got a couple that are whatever comes after Gen Z, maybe Gen AA, I don't know. So, the fact of the matter is they don't read, so I've got to make videos so that they know what's going on. And here's my issue with DoorDash as an investor. I, by nature, am a value investor. I'm very similar to Buffett. I like to invest in things I understand. I like to invest in things that have solid business principles. They're running it like a business. It's not like, oh, we're having a heyday because we have a bunch of stockholders. Like, fuck it, we'll just issue more stocks. DoorDash kind of does that. Okay, DoorDash's technology is kind of I'm just going to say I think the price on it, as we see discretionary spending being crunched for the average American coming out of the COVID pandemic, both, hell, fuck it, the panic pandemic. I really feel that their price point is going to be obtrusive for the average American. There are already cities such as Denver that where DoorDash is adding, a $3 Denver fee, or there might be a La Jolla fee. There's no Jacksonville fee because we don't tax shit. We don't tell anybody what to do. That's why I live here. Um, but it's already, there's a charge on top of the food, there's a service fee charge, there's a delivery charge, there's a, if you live in California, charge, and then there's a tip, and it's just, I tried to order it the other day. I wanted like some fucking gordita crunches from Taco Bell. I ordered like 3 things, and DoorDash was like, oh, it's gonna be like, I don't know, $45. Fuck that, I drove to Taco Bell my damn self. Like, they better be delivering filet with like a topless man or woman or both. Fucking $48 for some Taco Bell. Get the fuck out of here, DoorDash. And it doesn't even come on time. Like, the Taco Bell is like 4 minutes that way, and it comes an hour and 15 minutes later. Maybe if you're lucky. And don't try to get a refund from DoorDash, because I ain't having it. So anyway, do I think you need to buy DoorDash? I would, if you're going to play an option spread with it. If you want to, kind of gamble on it going up and down, I'd buy it. Would I buy it to hold? No. This stock actually reminds me a lot of Darden. That's the parent company of Olive Garden and like Red Lobster. And everybody loved them, right? People loved them, loved Darden, okay, in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was Darden. And now they can barely stay open. I blame it on Olive Garden getting rid of both the portobello mushroom ravioli and the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. So fuck those hoes. I don't go to Olive Garden anymore. Nobody's ever going to advertise me because I tell the truth. But anyway, fuck Olive Garden. Not Red Lobster, because they have the biscuits. But then I learned how to make the biscuits. So it was like, do I really need you? No. So anyway, Darden has really not done as well as what everybody thought they were going to do in the early 2000s. I really feel that DoorDash is going to do the same thing. Sorry, there's always some, asshole next to me who's, staring at me like I'm crazy. All right. Moving along. In new companies hitting the stock market, we have Airbnb is also going public this week. I like them because they're known as, the interrupter. I mean, they really shook some people to the core. Marriott, Hilton, Wyndham, all your major hotel chains kind of got fucked up with Airbnb because it was like, hey, I'm kind of broke and I got an extra bedroom, and Airbnb is going to find somebody who wants to stay in my extra bedroom, and I get paid and they take a cut and keep it moving. So there are literally people who have turned their entire house into an Airbnb. I have buddies here who've done it. I have a good friend, once travel resumes, his entire retirement portfolio is Airbnb houses in Orlando. I mean, he's kind of fucked right now, but, whatever. He's had a good run, so he's still not even truly fucked because he's made so much money on it. Airbnb, I thought they were going to back out of doing the IPO just with the COVID and the everything. I thought they would want to come in a more position of strength, but it's looking like they're going to open up trading at 56 to 60 bucks a share. So we're looking at raising 3.39 billion with a B in capital. Airbnb is going to be trading with ABnB. So that makes a lot of sense, right? ABnB. Okay. So how do I feel about Airbnb to buy? Again, that's going to be one of those DoorDash kind of buys where if you're going to do it to play the options, I wouldn't cash in all my worldly goods to buy Airbnb. I just wouldn't, because it's too dependent on local regulation. And there are a lot of localities across the globe who are saying, fuck you, Airbnb. You can't do this. You're fucking up our neighborhoods. I'm going to tell you right now, if I lived in a $10 million house, which I don't, but if I did, and, my neighbor, Grant, let's say my fave, Grant Cardone, moves in next door, but then it's not even Grant Cardone. It's Susie Joe Ray and the Beverly Hillbillies who want to rent it for the weekend, and they're fucking up my nice neighborhood that I paid $1 bajillion for, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Like, I'm just going to yell at you. I'm going to be pissed. So I see a lot of localities really cracking down on it. On the consumer end, you know, the whole thing with Airbnb was, oh, it's cheaper than a hotel, and it's more convenient, blah, 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 blah. Yes and no. So it is actually cheaper most of the time. By the time they take their cleaning fee and their admin fee and their accommodation fee and their locality fee and their blah, blah, blah fee, I mean, that's a lot of fucking money to rent somebody's spare bedroom. Okay? I can go to Marriott, I can go to Sheraton, okay, and like have servants. Okay? I don't have to wash my own dishes there. Okay? And if I really want to take it up a notch, I can go to the Ritz, and then I got a concierge there. Okay? So therefore, I don't know if Airbnb can sustain its value. I want it to, but I can't give my full love to Airbnb yet. I love it as a product. I don't really love it as an investment. And also, they began acquiring its own apartments. So it's not like Jessica owns the house now and is Airbnb-ing it. Airbnb is starting to possess and legally own the property people are renting. Not all of them, but some of them. And that just tells me there's cracks in the foundation of the business model. And I don't want to do that. So this is not going to be a buy and hold stock. This is going to be one that you're going to trick up with options, which we'll have Gerard talk about that. Now, in our most exciting news, this is a company that is not publicly traded yet. It is called Joby Aviation. Have you heard of it? Waiting? No, probably not. Most people haven't. I surveyed an entire office building this morning before making this video. Nobody's heard of it. Okay? Apparently, and you need to know this name, Joby Aviation, based in California, I believe Santa Cruz, somewhere in the San area, where it's, you know, San this, San that, blah, blah, blah. Okay? They are, and I'm referring to this as the disruption in the air, because, okay, so Uber, you may not know about this either. So Uber had this program called Elevate. Wait for it. So imagine Uber, but for small plane-like vehicles that only go a short distance. Follow me. Well, Uber apparently decided that they were not the people to, you know, pursue this and to be successful with it. Shocking. Anybody's ever taken an Uber? Anyway. So what they have done is they basically endowed Joby Aviation with